Halloween! Hey, what's up? My name is Nelson, and today I am talking about Antlers. A young teacher discovers that her troubled student's father and young brother harbor a deadly supernatural secret. Taking the boy into her care, a teacher must fight for their survival against horrors beyond imagination. Well, this is a spoiler for your review, so that is all I'm going to say. I want to talk about that cast. Carrie Russell, she really killed this part. She was just that caring teacher. And she really played the part so well. Just with all her students and stuff, and just the way that she treated the boy in the movie. She just did such a good job. Jesse Plemons, he is always, one of my favorites. He was really good in this movie. It was funny seeing him wearing a cop uniform because I just kept thinking of Game Night, but other than that, he was really good. And the little boy Lucas, played by Jeremy T. Thomas, he did really well. And I'm always fearful when it's a child actor, but I think that he did so good for this part. He had to play a very emotional role throughout this, and I really felt like he did such a good job. I liked how the movie looked. There was a lot of mountains in the background and stuff, and just the lighting throughout this movie. It felt very 2000s to me in some, a little bit like a 2000s horror film. And I really did like that a lot. It just had this, dark, but when it was bright out, it had, this dark feel to it, even though it was, in the daylight. And just, like I said, just all the mountains and all the sky views and stuff. It looked really nice. And then, there isn't much CGI in this movie, because there is, obviously, a beast-like creature in this movie, but you see that from the trailer, but there is a little bit of CGI used in this movie, and, I think it's really well done. Just the way the creature looks itself is just really well done. And that brings me to the gore in this movie. There isn't a whole lot of gore, but when it hits, it is just so well done. And then I want to talk about the relationship between Julia and Paul. I really thought that they had such great chemistry. Carrie Russell and Jesse Plemons. I really thought that they had such great chemistry, just like the brother and sister love. I actually have a sister, so that really resonated with me quite a bit, and I like that aspect of this movie a lot. I do have a few mixed feelings about this, too. There is backstory told for our main character, and I kind of do wish that it fleshed it out a little bit more than it did in the movie. I was kind of interested in that, and there was a trauma that happened with our lead character, Julia, and I just wish that they would have just fleshed it out a little bit. I feel like they just kind of beat it around the bush a little bit too much in that aspects of the movie. And, another thing I kind of have a little bit of mixed on, too. I have a lot of mixed feelings about this movie, but there is a part. This movie, it does... I hate a horror movie that does follow all of the tropes that all horror movies follow. And this one, it does. It's beat for beat following every single trope that they possibly can, but there is a part where they talk to an old man, played by Graham Greene, and he kind of tells them, this legend thing that has been going around for years. And it's that normal following the tropes, but I was a sucker for it in this one, and I did end up liking that part of the movie quite a bit. Then to get to my, what I didn't really like about this movie, it's just, there was a bullying aspect of this movie where the little boy was getting bullied, and I just didn't feel like it was done very well, to be honest. And it didn't seem real to me at times. So, that is kind of a nitpick, but I just didn't really like all of the bullying in the movie. I mean, I don't like bullying. I just didn't feel like it was done well. And throughout this movie, I did feel a slight pacing issue. And it did kind of drag a couple times. Not too many times. It was mostly like go, go, go throughout, but there was a couple times where it did drag. I found myself more interested in Julia's story than what was going on in the movie. I was just kind of like, I'm more interested about knowing more about that than I was about actually knowing what was going on with the man and his sons and all that. And there's a few things, I don't want to get into spoilers, but there's a few things that happened that I just was like, it's kind of weird. Like, just a few things I was just like, why did that happen? And things that were placed in scenes that it seemed very out of place at times. And just some things I was just like, why didn't that happen? Or why, this happened, but why didn't that happen? In this movie, it kind of felt a little jumbled at times. But overall, this movie was really scary at times. And I'm not a big jump scare guy. I don't really like jump scares. I think that they're done very badly at times, but there was a huge one jump scare in a shed that really, really scared me, and I was trying to prepare myself for it, and I couldn't, and it got me. I jumped, and usually that stuff doesn't get me, so I felt like it was done really well. The gore was great, just a really, really good time, really. It's a fun movie. Just kind of a mess throughout, but for my score, I'm going to give it a 55%. If you like what I'm doing on this channel, like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at NelsonReviews. Follow me on Letterboxd at Nelson48. Peace out.